Hang out for a second. Get some light here. Equity aids those who are vigilant, not those who sleep on their rights. That needs to stick in your head, because that's going to be the basis of everything we're talking about. I'm going to start this video off. This is going to be basically the initiation, Title 1, Part 1, whatever you want to call it. But we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. I've been laying back. I've been trying to be a productive man, run my businesses, try to make some money, try to pay some taxes. And I have been, for lack of a better term, trespassed, theft of identity. It's all been proven. My right to my industry has been delayed. I have had injury. My good name has been tarnished, impacted, affected, injured, clouded. And in this whole situation, I'm cool, calm, and collective. I'm going to tell you why. 22 years I spent in the system getting my boys. And some. A few other things. 22 years they took away from me. I tried to let bygones be bygones. I tried to let you human trafficking piece of shit, treasonous piece of shits, to go about your way so I can be a husband, I can be a father, I can be a friend, I can be a man of God, firstly. You got my damn attention. Here's the problem, you piece of shit bar associates. You piece of shit incorporated personal servants to your fucking incorporation. Excuse my language, I'm usually not like this, but I have had enough. You came after my sons, I got them back. You decided to come after my wife because you couldn't touch me. You fucked up. How bad did you fuck up? I'm a fucking diagnostic technician, you moron. I write code. I build the fucking hardware that I write code onto. I can fucking solder a damn circuit together that'll run your damn car. I can write the code to decide how fast that damn accelerator pedal changes to your throttle body that controls the drivetrain, you freaking moron. Amongst the umpteen other freaking degrees I have, I'm an engine builder, ASE certified. I can take an engine apart and build an engine 250 horsepower per cylinder, no problem. Very uncommon. It's not a common deal. A transmission is one of the, outside the human body, a transmission automatic is one of the most sophisticated instruments, tools you will ever design. When I read your fucking books, it was a joke. It was a fucking joke. Y'all are working off some old-ass Roman canons. Y'all haven't really got past much, and now y'all are operating on opinion and not fact. We're going to break it down, son. I ain't showed my face on Man Operating as yours, but my brothers and sisters know me. I used to go by Johnny Law. Y'all tried to ban me on that one. Y'all keep banning me on my other one. So we're going to go public with this. I'm going to give y'all guys my case number. And y'all going to go live with this. And we're going to do this step by step across every damn district if you want to join me. Step by step. I do it. If you choose to, you can do it. What are we going to prove? We're going to prove one of two things. Are they operating in their public capacity? And I'm sorry, guys. I told my wife, I'm so happy right now. Which y'all don't understand. Man, guys, I've been a diagnostic technician. I've been a mechanic, dude, guys, since I was 18 years old. I make a damn good living at it. Not only that, I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant here. It's like I told my wife, I am happy. So the point I was trying to make, 15 of those years, I worked as security and private security in bars and in Las Vegas. I used to haul around and protect some of the wealthiest men and women that ever mingled through Las Vegas. I've had background checks in order to hang out and be able to, federal background checks in order to hang out with these people. I mean, just shy of becoming a deputy sheriff. All I do is take the damn physical. And that's easy. I mean, hell, I can walk on my hands upside down across the shop and do push-ups. The point I'm saying, and I'm old, I can't do near as good as I mean, anyways. The point I'm saying is you got my damn attention. But it's going to be different here because I'm used to getting beat up. I've been taking licks my entire life since y'all had me in your boys' home. Ain't nothing new. The difference is now is I understand the game way better than I did before. See, before, when y'all were raping the boys in the boys' home, and I learned how to protect myself because I learned how to fight, and plus I was already 6 foot by the time I was 13. That helped. Y'all didn't want to mess with me. Now I understand your equity side of things. That's why my title says equity aids those who are vigilant and not those who sleep on their rights. And what does that mean? They're either in their public capacity, they're operating as, or they're in their private personal capacity. They can't be both. So even if they are operating with their state constitution, oath of office, and they are dealing with anything of value directly or indirectly, as it is stated in paragraph 2 of section 1, specifically in the state of Oklahoma, article 15, oath of office, a financial instrument is such. Any instrument stamped by a court clerk that has a QSIP, the S in QSIP stands for securities. The I is identifier. So Mike Fisher, when you responded back to the court clerk for violating due process of law, for not following electronic filing rules and laws that she had already acquiesced to multiple times before in other cases, specifically the non-response that she denied, Mike Fisher, District Attorney for the District of Osage County, Incorporated, not government, municipal corporation. And yeah, buddy, I'm waiting for the Secretary's article of incorporation for your ass. I'm waiting for your power of attorney that I've signed over. And then I got a question. Why have you been letting Jennifer Bird sign off on all these debt instruments, these bonds, and your rules, 18 hyphen, go look it up. You should know it. You're a damn district attorney. Your signature's supposed to be on every single damn one of them, and it's not. I don't blame you, because I wouldn't want to be complacent in the con either. So we're going to wrap this up, and we're going to come back with step 1. Guys, it sucks. Accounting sucks, man. The only thing I like about accounting is taking money in and spend it. But you got to understand the basis. You got to understand your tools. You got to understand what a micrometer is. You got to understand what a bore dial indicator is. You got to understand, oh, I love this one, new technologies. All right, they have what's called a surface finish tester. And I always come blank on the dang name, but it's some kind of a spectrometer. But it reads the surface finish. And we'll tell you the RA, the RPK, and the RVK. So if you don't know what that is, I mean, you guys have, you freaking bar rats have no idea what you're in store for. I'm gonna treat you like my cylinder boys. I'm gonna put my grain, my groove in just how I want. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna diamond hone it, baby. So my piston rings will seal nice and tight. I don't get any blow by you. The problem is you don't even realize, like I told my brother John Martin on the phone, I've already designed my drag strip. You got 1,320 feet to the finish line. I left you 1,000 feet in a sand trap. But the problem is, you moron, I didn't even give you an exit. You only got one out. And that's the sand trap. And I'm going to be down there with my little foldable chair chilling with my iced tea. You want to know why? Because I'm a mechanic and I get the job done. You morons. So anyways, look up QSIP. You want to start this off? Go to the QSIP.com whatever page it is. Look up the definition for QSIP. You will find out it is owned by the American Banking Association. That is a private entity, just like my businesses that I own. That has a Dun and Bradstreet. Let that sink in. So why is our public court? Oh, you didn't know? Well, go look at Oklahoma Statute 12-2. Go look at the definitions, and it will tell you 2-1, and the definitions will tell you, what's the first thing? Let me tell you something. It's called likeness, guys. When you're learning this court stuff, when you're learning this, when you're learning to blueprint something, when you're learning to design something, when you're on CAD, oh, man, I'm going to treat you guys like my little CAD program. I'm going to come in, I'm going to work in my two-dimensional, I'm going to get you all just how I want and make you 3D just like that. I'm going to put you on my printer out back, and I'm going to print you out because you're my G-code. I made you what I made you. Oh. Anyways, I read y'all's book, and it's bull. Y'all aren't even following your rules and procedures. That's the sorry part. I don't even have to know all the statutes and laws. The fact is, y'all are violating the court rules already. So we can start there. So the statute states, which is also incorporated in the court rules, the statute states by definition in the civil procedures 12-2.1 states, why would the definition not be an alphabetical order? And the first thing that they're talking about is a foreign administration. Telltale sign, guys. If it's not alphabetical order, they're leading you to what is the most pertinent information. What has to be the most important information? And the first definition they give you is foreign administration. And then when you start looking into what's going on, so if they're not operating in their public capacity under the state of Oklahoma as a public official with their Oklahoma Constitution Article 15 oath, then how can we prove that they're operating in their private capacity, or as we call it, personal capacity? And are they providing services as such? Absolutely, because they are signing and filing yearly, which is called a quorum. If you go look at taxation statutes, they have to have a yearly, the board association has to have a yearly meeting, that's called a quorum, to discuss and take care of their liens, levies, indebtedness, etc., etc., etc. And why is that? That's for taxation. Because even these punks can't hide from the taxes. But they are. And what do you mean, Mr. Man Operating du jour? What do you mean they're hiding from taxes? Well, because if you go look up tax form 10099 miscellaneous, MISC, it says, for example, whether I win or lose in a court case as a defendant, especially if I lose and I don't get anything, even if I lose something and they take something of value from me, if I'm ignorant of my affairs and I don't know what actually is going on, which I'm going to show you guys exactly what's going on with the financial instrument, what's known as a registration statement, that they are issuing using identity theft without your Social Security Administration 89 form, without your power of attorney, without your certificate of attorney. From who? From what? From what? The banking commissioner, guys. It's only business. Don't take it personal. Except for, you took my fucking kids from me. I tried to let it go. Guys, I tried to be a good married man. I tried to let it go, but you kept picking the scab. You kept picking the scab. But what you're gonna find out is I'm like a pig in mud. You're eventually gonna find out I really fucking enjoy this shit. You got my attention. I know way more than any of you fucking attorneys I've ran into so far. I respect the ones who respect the rule of law 100%. I've met a few of you guys. I absolutely respect you. I don't understand why you're still complacent to be a bar associate member when it states, if you go look at the rules, it states right there in that very last sentence that you can appoint what? A non-bar associate judge. None of y'all ever thought about that? Why? Because it's a little tougher. Because you know what I found out about representing myself? Whether it's sui juris, always sui juris, but whether it's pro se, persona, or special appearance in there. Do you want to know one thing I've always noticed? The second they see that, they don't see that I'm a bar rat, it makes it that much tougher. That's like being one football team on another field. You know, what's that old saying? Pittsburgh Steelers on a Raiders field, vice versa is never good, right? So I'm not one of them, but I have met a few of you guys that are pretty respectful. Y'all are men of God. I don't get it. I understand that God puts men like us in positions like that. It is what it is. I couldn't deal with you snakes. That's for sure. I'd be chopping heads off, going off. I'd be sitting in court and just objected, just helping people pro bono. I'd be broke and bankrupt. But you know what? I wouldn't be bankrupt with the good man upstairs. So we're about to break this down, and it's going to cost you nada but some of your time. It's going to cost you some exercising of that muscle. So make sure you eat your nuts and your veggies. Make sure you get plenty of fatty acids, because the brain needs fatty acids, good fatty acids. You have to keep your temple in shape, guys. I like Bugs Bunny. It's like a little video. Anyways, so step by step. Step number one. We got to understand the syllabus. All right. So what's the syllabus? I'm going to lay that out. And when I do so, we're going to understand what's called a key. All right. If y'all don't know, when it comes to, some call it a keyway, some call it a key, some call it the master key. There's usually some kind of a form that will show you, hey, that emblem means this. That word means this. And if you take the time from now and my next video, which I'm going to try and come out tonight, but I got a lot of work going. If not, it's going to be tomorrow. Thursday. September 13th, I believe. 2022. 22. And look up the definitions. Here, let's go to Oklahoma. You can relate it because I'm an Oklahoman. All right. And I've got all this. And Oklahoma was founded after 1871 when everything was incorporated, but you still have the rights of your persons, your people, the men and women, the people have a right to be secure in their persons. It's devil's in the details, people. So I'm going to break it down our way. And it covers most. There are some, like, Nebraska's a little different. Brother Gonzalo's out there, man. He's Nebraska's a little different. But most of them are pretty close to the same. It's just kind of flip-flopped. I know Missouri's a little odd because the way it was done with the Missouri Compact and all that stuff. And the Commonwealth's are real weird. But most of Oklahoma is based on the United States Constitution. And they put everything in importance. We'll go through. So if you go through Oklahoma statute, not Constitution, they're going to tell you, and I'm going to prove to you, unfortunately, that when the Constitution, and I hate saying this, kills me, but it is what it is. It's only business. When the Constitution and equity conflict, equity will always prevail. Don't like it. I don't like it. It is what it is. But fortunately, there'll be times that it will be what you want. And as a business owner and one who's being accosted and raped by instrumentation by interstate commerce and or wire, you will find out that, this is what you want. Now, what you can do is, in the process of proving the securities fraud, through identity theft and amongst other things. You're going to put aside all this stuff that you've learned about the Constitution. And I don't mean put aside, I mean, there's always going to be two sides, guys. There's always going to be two sides. So this is the civil side. You're going to file your civil complaints. And get that side. You're going to let them know they violated this constitutional right in relation to that statute, because they always trickle down and always trickle back up. They have to give you an out. If you look close enough, I've always been able to find that even in the statutes, it says that in 18-10, I've posted 100 times, it says that they have to take a constitutional oath, which falls back on Oklahoma Constitutional 15 oath. Then it trickles down into the rules, the court rules. Public official. It's all. You just got to find it. So I've already found it in Oklahoma. We're going to use it as an example. Go to Oklahoma Statute, Civil Procedure 12. Just go read the definitions. Oklahoma Statute 18, I believe that's officers. Go look at the definitions. Oklahoma Statute 71, taxation. Go look at that one. And I can't remember corporation off the top of my head. I was just looking at it. I'm having a brain fart. Go look at corporation too. Look at the definition. They're all of likeness. Now, once you go look at that, get all your screens up, right? This is what I do. I'll have a screen up here for that page. I'll have a screen up here for that page. I'll have like whatever screens, however many, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'll go over here and then look up financial definitions and compare issuer. Compare, here's something you may have been heard that you may have been called before, an individual. Okay. Well, if you go look up property, definition of property in the state of Oklahoma, you'll find personal property, by definition, means property that is not real. Then they go into detail stating that the real property and personal property, real property is immovable, personal property is movable. So what does that mean? For lack of a better terms, real property is tangible, physical, and personage, personal is exactly what it is. Everybody wants to call, the states are a dead entity. No, it's not a dead entity. Yes, it is an entity. Is it living? Absolutely not. But it's not dead. Well, why would you say that? Because it was never living. But you said it's not living. Well, yeah, it's not living. But wouldn't that mean it's dead? No. Just because something is dead, just because something wasn't living doesn't mean that it's dead. It just means you have manifested something in your mind, as I call it, a state of mind, a state of Oklahoma. Because the state of Oklahoma is a state of mind on a document that is filed in a filing cabinet, guys, in an address in Oklahoma City. I think it's 405. Might be arrogant. It is in a filing cabinet, guys. No different than this on a certificate. But you know what that certificate is at, my friends, brothers and sisters? That certificate is physically, tangibly, that personal certificate for the incorporation of the municipal corporation, state of Oklahoma, under the United States Corporation, 28 USC 3002 15A, municipal corporation by definition. Find your elements, guys. The state of mind, the state of Oklahoma, is filed on a piece of paper in a filing cabinet. And digital copy, for lack of better terms, on a piece of paper, a certificate in a filing cabinet on tangible Oklahoma state, which is a nation. It is a physical nation state, guys. That's the sovereignty. There's only one sovereign. So, of course, his people are going to be, that's his. Of course, his land and earth is going to be, that's his. Be humble-minded. For we are in his image, and yes, we may be in the image of God, and we may have little G personas. We are to act like children. We are to be children with little children minds. We are supposed to come at them. Come at him. Don't try to overthink this. Guys, it's so simple. Go read those definitions. We're going to get back to this. We're going to go over those definitions. We're going to break down what they mean. And then we're going to go look over some court cases. And we're going to look at the document. And I want you, when this is said and done, to recognize that document. Just like, what car do you drive? I'm a car guy. What car do you drive? What new car? What was the most recent car you just bought? Do you remember when you bought that car? Do you remember when you bought that car and you started driving that car around after the newness kind of worn off the first 24 hours? You started noticing that car everywhere, didn't you? When you didn't notice that car like you did before. We're going to start recognizing, Brother John, an event. We're going to start recognizing the recordation of financial security documents that we have convinced ourselves something different than they're not. And I'm going to prove to you exactly what they are. Because of likeness, they're going to be exactly that. But because we don't know how to act and operate on proper accounting for the ledgers. I'm not going to do the whole except for value nonsense, because a lot of that crap, you want to acquiesce to the con, that's on you. But if you acquiesce to the con, you better prove it. You better finish through. Oh, okay, well, you can file the bond out on my name. Well, hell, okay. Wait a second. Now you're supposed to provide me that 1099A, 1099 miscellaneous, a couple other 1086s and whatever crap. Oh, by the way, where is that Social Security 89A that I was supposed to have for you for my release for, I mean, I could do it for an hour, 45 minutes, a week. You can put down there how long you're going to release your information to these people. Your Social Security, allow them to use it. Did you get that from them? No. Where's the fucking power of attorney, guys? And here's another thing that I've noticed. Outside the fact that they're not even following the rules, statutes, and Oklahoma Constitution, Article 15, Section 29, instead of abbreviating the damn seal, Okla is supposed to be, it says in parentheses. It's not even like, oh, in a sentence. It fucking puts it in parentheses. It says Oklahoma and District Court. It's supposed to be upper lowercase, pursuant to GPO Styles Manual, because there is no all capital freaking word. And it says in the GPO Styles Manual that the all capital word is a logo abbreviation for a commercial entity. We got to quit fooling ourselves. Oh, it's one of those guys. No, we're going to break it down. I hate freaking taxes and accounting, guys. We're going to break it down so simple. You're going to be able to look at this and say, oh, man, that's a horse. Oh, man, that's a pig. Oh, man, that's a lug nut. Oh, man, that's a steel beam clear span building right there, man. You know what I mean? So I'm going to quit. I got to get some work done here. I got to wet sand a clear coat and get this orange peel to look good so I can liquidate this vehicle. But anyways, you guys, I love you. I hope y'all learned something. I've been very blessed. Some of my brothers that I've talked to on here, thank you very much. You know, I'm always in grace to you guys and love you guys. Thank you guys. I want to remind you guys on my end, you're trumpeters, man. You guys are warriors. Ladies too. For those who read, we're trumpeters, we're warriors. We are those angels, as my brother Derek said. We are those angels that were sent here to kick their ass. Have a blessed one. Talk to y'all guys later. Goodbye.